Hello, I'm Marion County Commissioner Kevin Cameron, and I'm running for re-election this year. It's been an honor to serve you. Marion County is a great place to live, work, and play. It's a very diverse area. From the Willamette River at downtown Salem, up east past Idana, north to Aurora, and south to the city of Jefferson. We have more incorporated cities than any other county in Oregon, 20. Most of those are very small and rural. I'd like to share with you some of the initiatives that we have been focused on to improve the quality of life throughout the entire county. Marion County is the #1 agricultural county in Oregon. Our economic development plan prioritizes our agricultural heritage. To be competitive in the global markets, we must support innovation and technology in all areas of agriculture. There's a new blueberry processing plant outside the city of Sublimity that has made a $30 million investment. This processing plant is the state of the art and will allow our farmers to remain competitive and deliver higher quality, added value products and create higher paying jobs. We've worked with our congressional delegation and the governor's regional solutions team to bring projects and a focus to the North Santiam River Canyon. Currently, the Detroit Lake Marinas have received grants to help them improve their operations during the low water years that we've experienced recently. We are continuing to support the community by helping them move towards a canyon sewer district. We've committed lottery dollars to help study and design a potential sewer system for them. Recently, Mill City received an $8.1 million grant to rebuild their bridge and restore an old railroad bridge for bikes and walkers. Marion County worked with many partners to help make this happen. And thanks to you, our citizens, we now have our own OSU Extension Service District, supporting our ag community and the ag tourism industry that is rapidly developing here. We have our challenges today and into the future, and as your county commissioner, I play an important role as a convener, bringing community partners from government, you the citizens, nonprofits, and businesses together to help meet those challenges. Top of the mind today on most citizens is the increasing homeless population. 2 years ago, the Mid-Willamette Valley Homeless Task Force was formed. A strategic plan is now in place and resources have been invested to help move this plan forward. I will continue to work with city leaders and other partners to help improve the lives of these people who have entered into a very unfortunate place in their life. Another challenge that we have is the capacity of our waste-to-energy facility in Brooks and the current unstable market for recycled materials. New technologies are being looked at for sorting and cleaning mixed recycling. Our Solid Waste Management Advisory Committee is made up of citizen volunteers and is actively working on recommendations to help guide our county into the future. Although this is an area of challenge, you can be proud that your waste is used to produce renewable power, enough to light up the city of the size of Woodburn. Future financial challenges that we have. Marion County has taken a stewardship approach to budgeting. However, PERS and healthcare costs continue to outpace the percentage of revenue growth. I'm honored to serve as your Marion County Commissioner. I work long, hard hours to understand the needs of our citizens and our employees. I've done many ride-alongs with our employees, snow plows, paving crews, sheriff deputies, health nurses, and the day before I recorded this, I was with Cleo, a 23-year employee dedicated to juvenile parole and probation. We visited youth in the Woodburn area, and I could see the dedication and passion and how it was making a difference. I will continue to be in our community, listen to you, and do my best to improve the livability for every citizen in Marion County. I would appreciate your support this election and allow me in continuing to serve you. I thank you very much for paying attention today.
Hello, my name is Shelley Scrier, and I am running for Marion County Commissioner, Position 1. I live in Salem with my husband of 23 years, Colas Scrier, and the 2 youngest of our 5 children. I am an educator, attorney, public speaker, and community activist. I earned my bachelor's in mathematics from Rice University in Houston, Texas, and a law degree from Yale Law School. Prior to law school, I taught middle school math. As a public school teacher, I realized the critical importance of having good government policies. In my district, the great emphasis on standardized testing made it difficult to give students a strong foundation in math. I was advised by senior teachers not to teach my students real math, but just to memorize a cheat sheet that they could write down as soon as the test began. The school even took away our teaching time every Friday to make children do practice tests. Many students were able to pass the standardized test, but were in no way prepared to move on to algebra in high school. I decided I could have a greater impact on education if I tackled the policies hampering the teachers and failing our students. So I went to law school. As I learned more about public policy, it became abundantly clear that people who are affected by policies and those who implement those policies are almost never included in creating them. This failure leads to ineffective or even counterproductive policies. They may sound good in theory, but in practice, they don't work. As county commissioner, I will make certain that our county policies are informed not just by the usual bureaucrats, but by the people affected by those policies and those working day to day in the trenches. For example, the Marion County Strategic Plan for Homelessness has some good ideas, but it was created by a group that only had a single community member and did not have people who had experienced homelessness or dealt with those issues on a day-to-day basis. Like much of the United States, Marion County faces a variety of challenges in this time of widening wealth disparity. Homelessness and affordable housing, health care, particularly mental health care, and good jobs that sustain families are just a few of the issues facing our community today. I am determined to improve the way Marion County handles these issues. The Marion County issue I am most passionate about is mental health care. The national average for students dealing with mental health issues is 20%, while the average for students in Salem-Keizer is closer to 25%. Having lost a family member by suicide, I have witnessed the devastation such a loss can cause. Other counties in Oregon have formed community and multi-county coalitions to effectively address increasing mental health issues. I plan to form a similar coalition working with cities, school districts, and mental health professionals to better meet the mental health needs of our community. The Marion County Board of Commissioners should reflect our community, both in terms of board membership and the intentional inclusion of the diverse voices of our county. Government policies should be informed by the people affected and those working day to day in the trenches. As an educator, a legal professional, and a community activist, I have the desire and skills to communicate with diverse groups of people, evaluate multiple options and viewpoints, and develop collaborative, effective solutions to the issues facing Marion County today and in the future. That is the way we build community together. I am asking for your vote and look forward to serving you as your next county commissioner. To learn more or to share your thoughts about our community, visit my website, votecrier.org. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Marc Pease. I'm a Republican candidate for Marion County Commissioner position #1 in the May 2018 primary election. As you have read in the Marion County voter pamphlet, I have not yet served as a public servant in the elected position, but that does not mean that I should not. This nation is a democracy. Webster's dictionary defines a democracy as a government in which supreme power is vested in the people and exercised through them, directly or indirectly, through a system of representation involving free elections. We all want our community to be a great place to live and work. I have the responsibility to participate. In the past, I've been a consistent voter. Now, it is time for me to be available to serve further. We cannot expect the same few people to be burdened with service to us for long periods of time. We all need to participate as we are able. This is a government of the people, people like you and me. I am willing to do something different. Are you? Once again, I'm Marc Pease, and I'm asking for your vote. Thank you.
Thank you, CCTV, for offering candidates this forum, and thank you, audience, for caring to the point of tuning in. I'm committed to work to keep our community safe, vibrant, and prepared for the future. My name is Bill Burgess. I'm presently serving as your elected Marion County Clerk. My office administers elections, records land record filings like deeds, mortgages, liens, death certificates, and powers of attorney. We issue marriage licenses, we staff the Board of Property Tax Appeals, we provide county records archive management, and we are your go-to best passport agency in the Valley. So if you need a passport, come visit us, second floor, Courthouse Square, above the Transit Mall. I was previously twice elected to the Salem City Council and served as council president, and on the council I served as the Water, Wastewater, and Stormwater Task Force Chair and the Audit Committee. I also served on the Legislative Committee and as a Salem Kaiser School Board's Bond Steering Committee. I'm a licensed pharmacist with over a decade of pharmacy management before I went back to school to earn a Master of Public Administration. Presently, representing the Oregon Association of County Clerks, I serve on the Association of Oregon Counties Board of Directors, the Legislative Committee, and the Governance Committee. My education, experience, and customer skills uniquely qualify me to represent the citizens of Marion County as a commissioner. I listen to citizens, thoroughly research, and carefully weigh decisions. My clerk's office is known for efficiency, effectiveness, innovation, great customer service, and responsiveness. I plan to bring these skills to the Commissioner's office in all of Marion County. I will work to keep our community safe, vibrant, and prepared for the future. This includes public safety and emergency management initiatives, enhancing transportation, including roads and transit, enhancing clean air and water, supporting business, including agribusiness and family wage job development, and working to increase affordability, affordable housing, reduce homelessness, provide better health care and drug addiction treatment. My familiarity with Marion County government will help me address the issues through programs in our Health and Human Services Department, Public Works Department, and Juvenile Department, and the Sheriff's, District Attorneys, and the Community Services offices. As Marion County Commissioner, I will continue the work of our county in partnering with our 20 cities, various districts, regional entities, and as well as state and federal government to protect and enhance our community. But I can only serve if you elect me. I'm asking for your vote and your support. Please visit www.electbillburgess.com. That's www.electbillburgess.com. And if I am not on your particular primary ballot, please fill out the rectangular write-in box for Marion County Commissioner Position 2 and write in Bill Burgess. Thank you so much for listening. Please vote. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Sadie Kearney and I'm running for Seat 2 on the Marion County Commission. I'm running because I believe our county leadership needs balance and fair representation. As a young mom to 2 kids and a Democrat, I will bring a perspective that has been missing from the county for years. This is important. If we want inclusive community conversations to inform county decision-making, then we need to start with inclusive representation. I grew up in a small town in upstate New York. My grandfather and father ran their own businesses. My mother was a health educator, a school nurse, and finally administered hospice care for Essex County, where we lived, which she considered her life's work. In my family, the commitment to service and community is strong. Growing up, we went to church every Sunday, and when I was in high school, I told my mother I thought I would be a priest. Well, it turns out I'm called to serve in another way, through public service. I'm drawn to people. I love to meet them and listen. I want to learn their stories and understand what limits or motivates them. I'm driven to finding solutions for their problems and building connections in my community. This is why I'm running for Marion County Commissioner, to help the county and its residents prosper and thrive. With my background and skill set, I can step into this position ready to lead, able to foster inclusive county-wide conversations, and as a policy expert in the areas the county is tasked with addressing. Change is coming to Marion County. I tell my friends back east that we are the new Brooklyn. We can see and we can feel the pressure from that big city to the north. I want to make sure we remain committed to our heritage, in particular our agricultural heritage, which is so important, while taking advantage of new and innovative technologies that will move our region, our businesses, and our families forward. Keeping our families and communities whole needs to be a priority. The county administers a huge and diverse number of social service programs that deal with everything from families in crisis, access to mental health care, public health issues, drug addiction, prison, and rehabilitation. Under Janet Carlson's leadership, the county has made some great progress towards achieving success in these areas. With her focus on our reentry programs and law enforcement assisted diversion, our recidivism rates have been cut in half. We can be so proud of this. But there is more we can do. I want to increase county capacity to address affordable housing and homelessness. I want to make sure our assistance programs are integrating seamlessly with city and state programs, so we are offering more solutions than barriers. My experience makes me uniquely prepared to serve as a Marion County Commissioner. I have an undergraduate degree in sociology, where I focused on the effects of incarceration on family and community relationships. I went on to earn a master's degree in land use planning. I worked for the Salem Kaiser Transit, where I was the director of community relations and a member of the executive team. And now I work with the state of Oregon in the Department of Land Conservation and Development, where I focus on rural policy analysis and communications. Inclusive community engagement is critical to our county's success, and I will be a champion for this on the Board of Commissioners and at the county. Currently, I help local governments, city and county, achieve best practices when engaging the community in government decisions. Community engagement has been a constant for me personally and professionally. It's something I care about deeply. I'm running in the May 15th primary against 2 other Democrats, but I'm confident I'm the best candidate. I'm driven, I'm hardworking, I put a ton of energy into the things that matter to me, relationships with people and communities, issues that affect our day-to-day lives, ways that government can do a better job listening. I'm an advocate, I'm a leader, and I'm someone on whom others rely to be their voice. I set goals and I get results. I'm asking for your support in the May 15th primary. Visit my website, kearneyfororegon.org. Go visit and like my Facebook page, reach out and send me an email, and please vote for me, Sadie Kearney, for Marion County Commission. Thank you so much.
I'm Brad Danke, and I'm running for Marion County Commissioner Position 2. Marion County is a great place to live, work, and play, but we do have some challenges before us. Challenges like transportation, our water supply, and the homeless crisis. Transportation is how I got involved with Salem City Council 18 years ago. I have since served on many committees dealing with streets and bridges. Speaking of bridges, Salem needs a third river crossing, and I've cast votes for the past 10 years to move that project forward. As a Marion County Commissioner, I will work to acquire funding from the state and federal governments to move that project once it comes out of Salem City Council. Our water supply is facing a significant challenge, potentially as early as next January, and our next county commissioner needs to be ready to deal with that. I've served as Water Wastewater Task Force Chairman for the City of Salem. I have 30 years in private industry experience with water purification and wastewater treatment, and I'm currently the president of the North Santiam Watershed Council. The North Santiam Watershed Council's mission is to look after the interests of all the stakeholders in the North Santiam Canyon as well as the Mid-Willamette Valley. Interests such as timber, agriculture, recreation, and municipal water suppliers. I protected that precious water resource for many years, and I will continue to do so no matter what happens with the project that's facing us from the Army Corps of Engineers. Finally, on a homelessness front, I've worked for several years with social service agencies, the faith community, and inside of public-private partnerships. I've worked the warming shelters, I've served meals, I've served at the Homeless Connect event, and know the stories of the homeless firsthand. We have many people who are out on the streets by no fault of their own. We have people who've been divorced and end up out on the street. We have homeless veterans whose disability payments aren't enough to actually pay for housing. So from a Salem perspective, and our region, we're looking at a Housing First program, and it's working. It may not make a giant difference, but it makes a difference to one person at a time, and I'll continue to work forward on that. We are making great strides. With these issues, our next county commissioner needs to have the experience and proven leadership skills to hit the ground running on day one. I am that candidate, and I look forward to your vote for me, Brad Danke, for Marion County Commissioner.
Hello, I am Matt Plummer, and I am running for Marion County Commissioner. I live in Silverton with my wife Sarah and 2-year-old son. Later this spring, we are expecting another boy, 2 sons. We're very excited. After finishing college, I spent just over a decade teaching health and human performance to community college students. Next, I was a physiology professor, and then I took a job with Marion County as the Safety and Wellness Coordinator on the risk management team. This position has given me the opportunity to work with many of our elected officials and a large number of our county employees. It has also given me a unique look into the programs and services being offered to the citizens of our county. Politically, I identify as a bold, progressive Democrat. I believe in Medicare for all, education for all, living wage for all workers, criminal justice reform, environmental protections, and more. Growing up, politics was a big part of my family life. My dad was a city councilor in our small town in Alaska. As an adult, I have always kept up with local and national politics, keeping an eye on what our leaders are fighting for, and too often seeing working families getting the short end of the stick. Enough was enough. I could no longer sit on the sidelines, so I decided to get involved. I'm currently serving on the Silverton City Council. My peers on council have recognized my passion and leadership and have appointed me the chair of our Transportation Advisory Committee. I am also the council liaison on our YMCA Leadership Board. I have also witnessed the relationship between our city and Marion County. Not only do I have the perspective of a county employee, but the perspective of an elected official working with the county staff and officials. Last year, after talking with my family, various leaders and electeds in our area, I made the decision to run for county commissioner. This is a great opportunity, and I have already learned a great deal. One priority for me is enhancing services designed to meet the needs of our citizens. Not only increasing services, but increasing people's access to these services. Every time I am in Salem, I see folks that have no homes, no jobs, no food. While it may be more visible in the city, I know this struggle exists throughout our county. That needs to change. With a priority on children, women, and veterans, we will work together to get people into a home, find jobs, and make sure there is no question about when they will eat again. And if we can't bring services to a community, I'll make sure that people will be brought to the services. In high school, a group of us recognized that we didn't have a recycling program in our school. We asked some questions, gathered some information, and came up with a solution. We created a recycling program. Recently, there have been some changes to the county's recycling program. If you're like me, you have a hard time throwing away so many things that used to get recycled. I'm hearing from neighbors throughout our county that this is unacceptable. I couldn't agree more. We need to do better, so just like I did in high school, I will continue to ask questions, gather information from the best sources, and find a solution to our waste crisis. I have been endorsed by the Oregon League of Conservation Voters. That was in part due to my views on waste, but also my views on air, soil, and water. On transportation, and largely on my views concerning fossil fuels. Our communities are consuming massive amounts of fossil fuels, and we need to take a hard look at this. There are great alternatives available, And as your commissioner, I will make sure our government, businesses, and residents can take steps to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels and shift our focus toward more sustainable practices. This is something that Silverton is already doing. I'm working with a group of citizens to assess fuel consumption and come up with actions to reduce that consumption. They are working off of a model created in Hood River County. Their model has proven success. This model needs to be applied to Marion County. There are so many important responsibilities that come with being a county commissioner. We need to be sure we have commissioners that are making all citizens the priority, having a presence in every community, listening to what people need, talking with the experts to find solutions, and partnering with local organizations to show that Marion County is the place to live, work, and play. It is a county that cares and fights to be the best. It is the county that others look to as an example of success. It is the county that fights for you. It is the county that has leaders that don't just talk about change, but are out there creating that change. I am the candidate that is focused on you, and I will be the commissioner that is focused on you. I am Matt Plummer, and I'm asking for your vote to become your next Marion County Commissioner. Thank you.